start with something that I've been learning from last week. Oh, rise, oh, compatriots, Nigeria's call, obey. I don't know the next bit. I've got to learn that bit next week. Okay, but hey, guess what? Yesterday, do you all know Christiana in Ghana? You all know Christiana?
Yeah, Christiana.
I started by singing that, but to them. So they what? So they started laughing. They went, "No, you're singing the wrong national anthem. It's the wrong one." So but it made them laugh. It made them laugh. So wonderful. So how's your training gone so far today? Has your training been good?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful, wonderful. So look, so what I'm really going to be focusing on with you today is two things. We're going to be focusing on the first call special. One thing that I need to get, bear with me. My wife was there, bear with me. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get the probe because I want to really go through a couple of things. I want to go through this. Now, you may think, what's he training us on here? I'm going to go through the probe. Okay, this is mine. This is the one it's been going for 11 years. Okay, and I've also got my electric skillet. Now, this is the mini one. Okay, but it fits on the screen easier when I'm doing this, because I'm going to be covering this today and how to build more value within the electric skillet. Because let me ask you a question. What do you cook? What do you cook in the electric skillet in the show? What do you cook? Anybody? Have I just seen Greg Ginedu? How you doing, Greg? You all right?
You're seeing Greg.
How you doing? I've only just noticed you there. You're all right? How you doing? Mr. Chinedu's here. I love that smile. You've got the big, broad smile. You've got a smile to light up a room. Keep smiling. Okay. So, what do you in your presentations? It's not a trick question. What do you cook in the electric skillet? What do you cook in here?
Chicken.
Chicken. But think about this. If we cook the chicken and all we talk about is the chicken itself, we're not actually building any value or desire in the electric skillet. We've truly got to go through its features, but also the benefits and what it can cook. Because let me ask you a question. Let me ask Jessie, because it's easy for you to unmute. Jessie, what's your favorite food? What's your favorite meal?
Okay, jollof rice.
Okay, jollof rice was created in Ghana. Is that right? That's what they told me yesterday. They told me that yesterday. Look at that. Yeah, I got you.
Rice, Nigerian.
I got you all then. I got you all. You I guessed it out. Look, okay, jollof rice. What else? What else do you like? Jessie? Jessie, can you hear me? What else do you like to eat, or what else do you cook in your electric skillet?
Okay. Soup.
Okay, soup. What kind of soup?
Soup.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah. What kind of soup?
Vegetable soup and as well chicken.
Right. So we've got to.
But especially jollof rice and chicken as well.
Jollof rice and chicken. So you see, we're starting to build more recipes. The gentleman, the gentleman that I can see on the camera, in the suit with the tall gentleman. What's your name? That I can see you in the office. You, yes, you. Okay. What's your favorite food? If you come forward and unmute yourself, what's your favorite food?
Pounded yam.
Pounded yam. There you go. So, look, the food. Does McRussell, what's your favorite food?
Okay, on the skillet, I love bean cake. That's the akara.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd say akara, okay, bean cake. But look, I want everybody to do this with me. It will make sense. Everybody close your eyes. Everybody close your eyes. Okay, I'm gonna cheat to make sure everybody's doing it. Everybody close your eyes. Right. What I want you to now do is think back to when you are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. Think back to when you're little. And picture yourself in your house with your mum, your dad, your sisters, your brothers, your aunties, your uncles. You've got everybody's in the house. And imagine looking down at the table in front of you and looking down at your favorite plate of food. Now open your eyes. How does that make you feel? Open your eyes. How does that make you feel? How does that make you feel? For me, I feel happy. I'm about 6 years old. It's 1987. I've got my mum sitting to my left. I've got my brother sitting across from me. It's a Friday afternoon at about 5 o'clock in 1987. It's that specific. I can tell you what's on TV. I've got roast chicken, mashed potato, beans and gravy. It's one of my only memories that I've got left of my mum. My mum passed away in 1991. I haven't got many memories left. So it's a happy memory. Would you all agree it's a happy memory that we have, that when we think about our favorite food? So what you've got to do when you're building value within any of the pieces of cookware is talk about recipes. This is crucial. Talking about food will get the customers excited. Did you notice when I was talking to everybody, when I said to Jessie, what's your favorite food? She smiled and said jollof rice. McRussell, he smiled and said bean cake. I've forgotten your name, the tall gentleman. The hands, you look like a model. I've forgotten your name, but what meal did you say? You said
Pounded yam.
Pounded yam. Of course it was. I apologize. What's your name again? So I'll write it down.
Gideon.
Gideon. Sorry, Gideon. Okay, I've wrote it down now, so I can't forget. But you get my point. If I said, Solomon, what's your favorite food? What's your favorite meal?
Ooh, my favorite meal is panga soup.
Okay. Where's the smile? The smile. There's the smile. See, it came because food does something to us. It turns us. Food, smells, music. Would you agree that you can hear a song that you haven't heard, but it can take you back 10, 20, 30, 40 years, thousands of miles in a split second? I can smell a specific aftershave and it takes me back to the south of Spain in 2009 in a split second. And food does the same. So when we are building value in this, please don't just show them it cooks chicken. If we're only showing them that this cooks chicken, are they going to want it? Yes or no? No, they're not. Why? Because it cooks chicken. So what we've got to truly go through with this is we've got to show off its features, but we've also got to give them the benefits. And hopefully you've heard this before. I am putting together a script purely for the electric skillet, but we've got to demonstrate certain features. Okay, shaking it. This is cold, so it's not making a lot of noise. Okay, but we've got to tell them that this is dual skinned, and inside the two layers there is an oil which heats up, which gives wonderful heat distribution throughout. Then we've got to talk them through the probe. Okay, so step one, write this down. Step one, explain the silicon oil, explain the oil core. So step one, explain oil core. So shake it. So step one, explain the oil core. Step two, explain that it is dishwasher safe or it can be fully immersed in water. Because let's be truthful. If we don't tell them that, if we don't tell them that it can be in a dishwasher or in a sink, Imagine if you'd never seen this before and I showed you this. Would you think that you could wash this in water? Yes or no? If you didn't know Salad Master and we didn't tell them, they would now think that this is difficult to clean. Why? Because it can't go in water. However, when we tell them that this is fully immersible into water or in a dishwasher, they go, oh, wow, something electric that can go in water? That's impressive. Now we're building value. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay, so let's move on. We now let me move this closer. We've now got to go through and explain the different settings on here. Let me move this closer. Okay, there we go. So we've now got to go through and explain the rice setting, because I know you guys in West Africa, you eat a lot of rice. Am I right? It's like my wife. Let me show you my wife. There's my wife. She's from the Philippines. Okay, so they eat a lot of rice in the Philippines. So trust me, it's if they don't eat rice, she starts to shake, like gets withdrawal symptoms, like with alcohol. Okay, not my wife as much these days, but she used to. So with this, we've got to talk through the rice settings. We've got to show them it's got rice setting 1, which is for white rice or smaller portions. If you cook in a jollof rice or for larger portions, you would set it to rice setting 2. All you need to do for your jollof. By the way, do you put meat in your jollof rice or fish? Do you put any meat or fish? If you do or you don't, makes no difference. Talk them through how they would do jollof rice in Salad Master. Talk them through it before you even put the chicken in. Please do not just stab the chicken and put it in. We've got to build value. Also, we show them that it's got a timer, that they can go out for the day. They can set the temperature to 85 degrees. They can press the egg timer and go out. This timer will now set for 12 hours. And again, I am going to do a script for this. So we've got a script that we can just follow. If you want to set it for 5 hours and go out for the day and come back in, and you've got a beautiful chicken or meat stew, beautiful, or bean stew, you can throw everything in, put the lid on, set the timer, go out for the day, come back in, and your food is beautifully cooked when you come in. How does that sound, Nadiliku? Nadilaiku. How does that sound, Nadilaiku? Go out for the day, put your food in, come back in, and it's ready to eat it. How does that sound? Very nice, see? So now they're going, ooh, this isn't just something that cooks chicken. This is something that is far more versatile. Now, when the lid is on, okay, I'm going to be truthful. I need your help with this, guys. Nadiliku, have you got a question? Do you have a question?
No, no question. No, sir. No question.
It was saying that you've got your hand up. Okay. So now I could talk you through recipes, but as you can see, I'm in what is it? Aibo? Aibo? Am I saying it right? Okay. So I'm an Aibo. So I don't know the recipes the same as what you guys know your recipes. I don't know them. So when the lid is on, it works like an oven. You can bake bread, biscuits, scones, shepherd's pie, cottage pie, lasagna, chicken Kievs, frozen pizzas. That's what I say for the British market or people who live in the UK. For you in Nigeria, you are going to use Nigerian recipes. What do you cook when the lid is on? Do you bake bread? Yeah. Can you do biscuits? Yes. But you've got to talk through different recipes you can cook when the lid is on. The thing that we focus on is when the lid is off. So when the lid is off, it works like a hot plate or a griddle. Think about this. We've shown them it's a rice cooker, a slow cooker, a hot plate, okay, an oven. We're showing them that this has got more than just cooking chicken. Does this make sense, guys? Give me a thumbs up if it does. Because now the customers are going, wow, it's a rice cooker, it's a slow cooker, it's an oven, it's a hot plate. You mean I can do my steaks, my ribs? Wow, beautiful. I can do the crispy golden fried chicken without a single drop of oil. What fish do you eat in Nigeria? Is there a fish that is very, very popular?
Catfish, tilapia, title.
Croaker fish.
Croaker fish. Okay. You could say you could fry cocker fish in here without a single drop of oil. Beautiful. But then you would say to them, what would write this down, guys? Write this down, because this is the true selling point. What would be your greatest health benefit? Write this down. What would be your greatest health benefit from being able to fry your meats, your chicken, or your fish without a single drop of oil? What would be your greatest health benefit from being able to fry your meats, your chicken, or your fish without a single drop of oil? Because what would the answer be? David's, what would be your greatest health benefit from being able to fry your meats, your chicken, or your fish without a single drop of oil? David's, thank God, David's, are you there? Maybe he can't hear me. Okay, let's go to Solomon, because I know you can hear me quite well. Solomon, what would be your greatest health benefit from being able to fry your meats, your chicken, or your fish without a single drop of oil?
My cholesterol, to help with my cholesterol level.
So what would that be worth to you and Nelly to be able to lower your cholesterol level by being able to fry without fats and oils?
It's priceless, absolutely priceless.
Hear that? That wasn't me telling the customer it's priceless. That wasn't me telling the customer that it's going to help their cholesterol. All I did was say, what would be your greatest health benefit from being able to fry your meat, your chicken, or your fish without a single drop of oil? Some people will say cholesterol. Some people will say heart disease. Some people will say weight. Some people will say diabetes. I don't know. And this is why you cannot tell them what it will help them. You've got to ask them what it will help. When you ask them, you will get a truthful answer. This is how you truly sell our product, by asking questions. Do you know what? I genuinely, I wish I was there in Nigeria with you. I'd spend 5 days and we'd go over and over and over, because you guys, from what Nelly and Solomon have said, and Solomon in particular, you're a good team. You're a very good team. And I'd love to be able to do more with you, but I'm helping you with this one today. What would be your greatest health benefit from being able to fry your meat, your chicken, or your fish without a single drop of oil? My heart disease. So what would that be worth to you and your family? Listen to this. To fight your heart disease by being able to fry your meat, your chicken, or your fish without the oil. It's priceless. I can't put a price on it. So now, this again becomes priceless. Not only are we showing them it's a rice cooker, slow cooker, hot plate, griddle, oven. It will break bread, biscuits, scones, shepherd's pie, cottage pie, lasagna, chicken Kievs, frozen pizzas, bean cake, pounded yam. Okay, I apologize for not knowing the moi moi. You can do the greatest moi moi you've ever tasted, but you've got to promise me, Gideon, do not eat the moi moi with your fingers. Otherwise, you will end up eating your fingers as well. It will be the finest moi moi you've ever tasted. Use that line. I got it from Io. Io, give me that line. Because you've got to get them going, oh, I want that. Because there's another part. Let me get it. I forgot something else. Okay. We now have to do a price comparison. Let me ask you, Solomon, how much is this, the 1 quart in dollars? How much is the 1 quart? Are we selling in dollars? I think you said that to me this morning, didn't you?
Sorry, I was unmuted. The 1 quart is it's $830.
$830. Okay. Okay. How much is the electric skillet in dollars, please?
The electric skillet is $1,463.
Right. Watch what I now do. Imagine I'm in a show. Okay, I'm going to tilt my camera down a bit. So, let me ask you a question, Solomon. If this one here, okay, if this one here is $830, and then this one here is 5 times the size, it's silicon gel filled. It's a rice cooker, slow cooker, hot plate, griddle, oven. It'll do shepherd's pie, cottage pie, lasagna, chicken Kievs, pounded yam, a goosey soup, moi moi, pounded, all these different things. How much do you estimate this one to be?
Wow.
If this one's 830, and again 5 times the size, rice cooker, slow cooker, hot plate, griddle, oven, shepherd's pie, cottage pie, lasagna, chicken Kievs, pounded yam, moi moi, a goosey soup, you name it, this will do it. And
it should be up to $3,000.
Okay. That is the standard response you get. 3,000, 3,500, 4,000. Think about that. By doing a value build on this, when they find out later on that they can get it for free, if all we do, and don't take this as a criticism, it's not meant in any way, shape or form to be a criticism. If we just cook chicken in it and we don't elaborate, we don't build more value, then they're going to go, yeah, it's great for cooking chicken. We've got to talk through. Hands up if you were already doing most of what I've already said today. Hands up if you were doing a lot of it already. Okay, yeah, maybe 1 or 2 people, which is good. But hopefully you've seen what I've done today. We've got to go through, show them the silicon gel, show them that it's dishwasher safe, tell them that it's got a lifetime warranty. Rice cooker, slow cooker, hot plate, griddle, oven. Talk through recipes, food. It will do the greatest moi moi you've ever tasted. A rice cooker that can do moi moi and a roast chicken and ribs. What? I need one of them. It does everything. And that's the beauty of Salad Master. So when you do the price comparison, and I understand, if you notice, this is the old lid. Okay, this is the old lid. This is mine. This is my original from 2009. This is the one I use in my kitchen. I used to be able to stack it on top. We can no longer do that. So we just put it next to it. But that price comparison, because think about that. Now, when Solomon has said $3,000 and later on he finds out he can get it for free, the power now is in your hands. Because the customers, when they go, look, okay, I tell you, if we can throw this one in for free with the set, would you go ahead and have it from me today? Yeah. I thought it was worth $3,000. The set's $4,000. So if you're giving me that for free, let's do it. Solomon, you've got a deal. Why? Because we've built value. Please, you'll have to bear with me. I am going to put a Word document together to go through the features and the benefits that this will give, because then we can train on it. If you've got a Word document that you can just learn and read and follow, it helps us to be able to deliver the script. If I ask you to copy what I just did today, would you be able to do it? Possibly, but I'm going to have something that we can have, and Gideon, you can give it to a new trainee. Greg, you can give it to a new trainee. Russell, you can give it to a new trainee, and we can train them on how to build the value. so that then when they get to the end and the customer finds out they get this for free, they will bend over backwards. Those customers, you know, those ones that say, I've not got the cash at the moment. You know those ones? I do not have the cash. Okay, they do say it, am I right? They say it in English as well. I haven't got the cash. When they find out they get this for free, they find it. They find the cash from somewhere. What about if I could throw the electric skillet in for free? Okay, yeah, let's do it. If the need, get my words out. If the need and desire is great enough, then the customers will find what it is. So any questions on that before we move on? Any questions? Please never sit there in silence. Please do ask. Any questions? So like I say, I am going to be putting a Word document together. Cool. Yes.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to take the line again. The price comparison using the one quote and the skillet, the electric skillet. I just want to recap on that, please, because that's a very fantastic card when you're trying to close the sale.
Okay, so I do this during the cooking. So this is when I would do this one. So when I'm doing the cooking, just before I put the chicken in, I would say, okay, McRussell, if this one here is $830. In fact, you know what I'm going to do a video. I'm going to do a video of me doing this, and I'm going to send it to you so you've got it as well, so you can see that. I'll do that later. Let me make it up, otherwise I will forget. Unless I write it down, it slips my mind. So okay. So if this one here, McRussell, is $830, and then this one here is 5 times the size. It's silicone oil filled. It's dishwasher safe. It's got a lifetime warranty. It's a rice cooker, slow cooker, hot plate, griddle, oven. It will do shepherd's pie, cottage pie, lasagna, chicken Kievs, frozen pizzas, moi moi, pounded yam, jollof rice, a goosey soup. It will do the finest moi moi you've ever tasted. Promise me don't eat it with your fingers, otherwise you'll eat your fingers as well. So if this one is $830, how much do you estimate this one to be?
That should be about 5 times the price, about $3,000 or so.
Okay. Yeah. This one, the reason why it's the masterpiece, it's only 1,463. Bam.
Wow.
Wow. I want that. I want that. Even if we walk away, like, even if, and please don't offer them this. Please never say this to a customer. Oh, you can just get started with this one if you want. Just get started with one. No, that is your last resort. That's when you're just about to walk out the door. Okay, you're almost dead. You're almost dead, and then you go, oh, one more question. What about if you get started with that one? So that, please don't offer that at the beginning. You're almost dead and out the door. Tell you one more thing. If I didn't mention this, why don't you just get started with just the electric skillet? Because it can do so many things. Never say that at the beginning. Never say that during the closing, because you will miss out on sets. That's just before you walk out the door. Let me tell you this. Why don't we get started with the skillet? You get my point? Do the value build, and you will start to see more people. When they find out later on they get it for free, oh, boom. Yeah. The customers now go, I get it, I want it, I get it. So, any more questions? Any more questions? Okay, I like it. You're all taking notes, which is wonderful. Very, very good. Okay, what I'm going to work on now, and we've got 25 minutes. So, what I'm going to work on now is just speaking to my wife to get a top up on my water. We're going to work on dinners from dinners. Thanks, folks. Dinners from dinners. Being able to get more dinners booked from the dinners that we're on. Now, let me ask you this question. Hands up who would like to book 2 dinners from every show that you're on. Okay. Would you be impressed if I said I've got a script that will enable you to do that? Okay. Do you want me to share it? Want me to share it? You've all got to pay me 50. Don't know. I'm joking.
Yeah.
You haven't got to pay me anything.
Yeah.
Right. Let me come out of here. Okay. Wonderful. There it is. I've got it. Let me close that one down. Here we go. Here it is. This is a script that was given to me in 2011. I think it was 2011. I promise you, you learn this and you're more often than not going to get more shows. Notice I said more often than not. This isn't 100%. It doesn't get results 100% of the time. But let's.
Andy, can you please share your screen again?
Yep. I'll send it over to you, Solomon. I'll send you the document.
Okay.
So you've got it. It's, yeah. So then you've got the whole thing.
Okay.
But I'm truthful with this. It doesn't work on every single one. Doesn't work on every single one. But let me ask you a question. When a masterpiece. Okay. So yeah. So the question that has just come up. When the masterpiece is used as a hot plate, no. So you're using it as a hot plate at 230 or 200, or because that's for when you're frying meats, fish, or chicken. So 86 degrees wouldn't be hot enough to crisp it. However, there are very few vitamins and minerals in meat, fish, or chicken. It's just protein and fat, so that you cook at a much higher temperature. For when you're doing that. So when you're frying, please use the higher temperature. Well, let me ask you this. What's the biggest objection to the customers not booking shows with us? When we ask them to book more shows, what do they say is their biggest objection? Or what do they use as the biggest objection, sorry? Go on. What do they say? Has anybody ever had it where the customer said, I need to speak to my friends first? Yeah, I can see you're all laughing at that one. They do. They go, oh, do you know what, Gideon? I need to speak to my friends first. Elijah, I need to speak to my friends first. Okay, that's what they say. That's what they do. So let's go through this. I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to read it. I'm going to get this over to you all so you've all got it, though. When in a dinner, our first goal is to book more dinners. This will keep you in business for tomorrow. Never leave a dinner empty-handed. Even if there is no sale, you should either book another dinner or extract a set of referrals. Let's work smart, not hard. I don't actually like that saying where it says, let's work smart, not hard. I like to say, let's work hard and smart. Because to achieve anything in life, you've got to work hard. But the key thing here is working smart. Now, be prepared. When going in to book your dinner, you will need a pen and a busy diary page. Now, I'm conscious that I haven't done something before this training. Okay. Let me just go and get one thing.
Let's try something. Let's see. Okay, I'm not passing that. I think when I'm retired, I was in here. Okay.
There you go. Sorry, guys. This is the first time I've trained on this year, so I've forgot my secret weapon. So Be prepared. When going to book your dinner, you will need a pen and a busy diary page. Your dinner should be booked halfway through the eating time, as this is the peak of the presentation. So let me just draw something to illustrate what I mean. Okay. So imagine we've got a very simple graph. We've got time along the bottom, and up the side, we've got excitement. So the higher the line goes up, the more excited the customers become. When we first walk in, they're not at all. However, as the presentation goes on, there is a peak of the presentation. Can anybody tell me what that peak is? What makes the customers more excited than anything else? The food. The food is the peak of the show. What happens, let me ask you a question. What happens to the customer's excitement after they've eaten? Does it go up or down? It drops, exactly. It goes down. So I want you to complete this famous saying. Strike while the iron is hot. Now, our main goal when we go into a dinner is to book more shows. Would you agree? Because if we just go in to sell and we make a sale, but we don't get any more shows, we're at a dead end. There is nowhere else for us to go. So we've got to be able to book more shows. So the time to book your dinners from dinners is now, when they are eating. Why? Because they are at the peak of the presentation. Strike while the iron is hot. That's when we've got to book our shows. So let's go back into here. Your dinners should be booked halfway through the eating time, as this is the peak of the presentation. Follow the simple steps below. Can somebody read that for me? Solomon, can you read that bit? In fact, I'll highlight that whole bit.
Without missing any.
Yeah, follow the simple steps.
Follow the simple steps below without missing any out.
That's the key thing. If you start to miss parts out, this will unravel and fall apart. We've just got to learn it word for word. This will ensure you overcome the common objections, enable you to book more shows. So get feedback and intro. When getting feedback, do not use yes or no questions. We need to use the who, where, when, why, what, and how questions. This will get real and accurate feedback. Below are a few examples of how to start the conversation. I'm being truthful. I was given this script in 2010, 11, something like that. And I just went, okay, I'm going to learn it. I'm not a genius. Please don't think that me as a trainer, I'm special or a genius. I've just copied. In most walks of life, if we copy, we get in trouble. In Salad Master, please copy. Just copy it. Just learn it as it is written down and you will get success. I promise you. So let me do this to Solomon. So this is where the script starts here. So Solomon, how was the food?
It's great.
Wonderful. What did you like most about the food?
And the chicken was very crunchy.
So why was the chicken your favorite part then?
It was like other chicken I eat, but it was crunchy and the taste was great.
Wonderful. So when would be the best time for you and your family to start cooking this way?
Now.
Great. Okay, well, look, this part of my presentation is my customer's favorite part. Reason being, you've loved the food, you've seen the cookware working, and some are considering investing. But most importantly, they're itching to know how to get the machine for free, and I know you want one too. Right, pause there. Let's analyze those paragraphs. We're getting the customers focused again back on what we're doing. Because let's be truthful, I think you'll all understand this, that during the cooking, we can lose them a little bit because they're left to their own devices a little bit more and the conversation can drift. So when we're talking about how was the food, what did you like most about the food? Why was that your favorite part? We're bringing them back to the presentation. We're bringing them back to our focus. But listen to this bit. This part of my presentation is the customer's favorite part. What's that going to do to the customers when they hear that? When the customers hear this part of my presentation is my customer's favorite part, what are they going to do? They're going to pay attention. They're going to go, okay, right, let's find out why. They're thinking that the sale might be asked for. No, this part of my presentation is my customer's favorite part. It grabs their attention. Bam, okay, I'm listening. Why is it the favorite part? Okay, go back into it. Customer favorite part. Reason being, they've loved the food. They go, yeah, I've loved the food. They've seen the cookware working. Yeah, I've seen the cookware working. And some are considering investing. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. Makes no difference. But most importantly, they're itching to know how to get their machine for free. And I know you want one too. So carry on reading. Solomon, there are two ways you can get it. The first way is you can suggest me onto all of your friends and family. Then once I've cooked for the third family, you get the processor for free. However, the fastest way to get it, and what all my customers do, is invite me back to do a dinner with two couples, with one of them. In fact, do you say that one needs to invest, Solomon, or not? Do they need to invest to get the food processor?
Yes, at least one is.
Okay. Yeah, invite me back to do a dinner with two couples, with one of them investing, and you will get your processor for free. Okay. Now, there are two conditions to you getting your food processor. The first one is we really need to work off my diary, because as you can see, my diary is very busy. You all see now, it says flash busy diary page. Let me show you this. And I do understand I'm going through this quite quick, but I want to get through everything. Next time we're going to train on this again. I want to get you right on this. If I do this, if I go to Solomon and I go, when do you want? You can have this week. You can have next week. My diary's empty. When do you want? You can choose whenever you want. What does that suggest? If my diary is empty, what is that telling the customer?
It tells the customer, I'm not in business.
Correct. Tells the customer that nobody else is booking me. It tells the customer that nobody else wants to have a dinner with me. So if nobody else does, why should I? People, if your diary is busy, then they're going to go, wow, everybody's booking him. I need to book him too. Now, however, hands up whose diary is full. Tell the truth. Hands up whose diary is full. Okay. Nobody's got a full diary. Would you agree? Okay, we could all hands up if you need more shows. Hands up if you need more dinners. Okay, everybody does. Right. This or these are your secret weapon. Can you see these? Sticky labels. Okay, the first person, the first name I'm going to write on here is Mr. A. Olasende. And he lives at 24 Crown Court, Stafford, ST16 3BT, and his number is 07296149324. Okay. So what I now do with this is stick it in my diary. Now, do you all know who Mr. A. Olasende is? Ayo. Okay. Okay, I then get another sticky label, and I do Mr. Solomon Udele. Okay. Okay, I then stick Mr. Solomon Udele in my diary. I then do a Mrs. Jessie Ogburike. Hopefully I've said that right, Jessie. I then stick Jessie in my, you see what I'm doing? I'm making dinners up. But watch this in a second. Somebody once said to me, why don't you just write them in? I'm going to show you something. If you write them in, you've then got to start scribbling them out and so on. If I now say to you, let's go back to the script. There are two conditions to getting your food processor. The first one is you really do need to lick off my diary, because as you can see, my diary is very, very busy. Would you agree? Would you all agree that my diary looked very busy? Okay. Boom. Okay. Because I've got names written down on sticky labels. So would you agree that my diary looks full? Guess what though? Next week, all you need to do is this. You unpeel it and you move it forward a week and you stick them all in again next week. So you just keep moving them forward week by week. Does this make sense, guys? Give me a thumbs up if it does. You like it? Good. You're smiling. I thought you were all frowning at me. No, good. Look, you've got to be creative. Because let's be truthful. Does that look full now? Does that look full?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So do you know what? Let's make your. But do you know what? In a few weeks' time, once you've learnt this script, your diary will be full of real dinners, not the fake ones. Let's get that clear. Now, the next bit of the script goes down. So you've got to do a little bit of prep for this because it says, the second condition is we really do need to book something today as my dates get taken very quickly. For example, tomorrow I'm cooking for another two dinners. So Thursday needs to have 2 dinners in there, 2 sticky labels. It has to have 2 in there. Otherwise this script falls apart. Look, Thursday, I go. Yeah, Thursday the 18th. There you go. It's got 2 shows. This would have a name written on there. Please don't have it blank. Which puts me in front of 4 more couples who will all take advantage of my next available dates. So we really do need to book a date today. Now let's go back to it. What will customers use as their greatest excuse for the reason not to book a show? If you say to them, we really do need to book a date today, what will they then say? I need to speak to my friends first.
Yeah.
That's the biggest objection they give us. So, without even pausing or taking a breath, we carry on talking. So let me demonstrate. Tomorrow I've got 2 dinners, which puts me in front of 4 couples who will all take advantage of my next available dates. So we really do need to book a date today. Now I understand, Solomon, that you may need to speak to your friends first. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you 2 dates to work with. If they can't come to the first date, then you can offer them the second date. Now, Solomon, if they can't come on the second date, then you need some new friends, okay? And you chuckle, you laugh, because they'll laugh too. They'll go, okay, so what's best for you, midweek or weekends? So we book the show now. So attempt to book dinners now. Okay, so now we book the dinners. Okay, but however, sometimes the customers will they'll still say, no, I need to speak to them first. I need to speak to them first. So Solomon, I want you to give me that objection. I'm going to do this again. Let's go through. Tomorrow I'm cooking 2 more dinners, which will put me in front of 4 more couples who will all take advantage of my next available dates. So we really do need to book a date today. Now, Solomon, I understand you may need to speak to your friends first. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you 2 dates to work with. If they can't come to the first date, then you can offer them the second date. Now, Solomon, if they can't come on the second date, then you need some new friends. So what's best for you, midweek or weekends? But tell me you still need to speak to them. So what's best for you?
I need to speak to them.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. That's no problem. Look, right. Did you all see my body language? Yeah, that's fine. That's no problem. I didn't go, I've just told you. I want you to, you may need to speak to them. No, you don't go on the attack. Yeah, that's fine. Look, if they come back and they still say they need to speak to their friends, use the birthday party close. Now, this is very clever. Can I make a suggestion, Solomon? Can I make a suggestion?
Okay, that's okay.
When we have a party or a gathering, who sets the date? Us or our friends?
We.
Yeah, we do. So let's do the same thing here. Let's set a date suitable for both of us, and then we can see who can make it. And like I said, I'll give you 2 dates to work with. And if you keep both dates, you may get 2 gifts. How does that sound?
That sounds great.
Okay, so the first one, do you want it midweek or weekends? Okay, and you book them in. So let's say beginning of the week or end of the week, and you then book it in using this here. But I promise you, hand on heart, You learn this, and I'm going to send it over. Let me send it over straight away. Let me do it now. Let me check it to make sure it is the right one. Okay, let me get it off here. Okay, so I'm gonna. What's your email address, please, Solomon? Have I got it? I've got Shalape. No, what's your email, please? You're muted, sorry.
I'm sending it to you now.
Okay.
I've sent it already.
There you go. Neo, of course it was. I sent one to you the other day, didn't I? Okay, I've sent it. So that's coming over to you now. But what we've got to do, we've simply got to take the time. I'm going to send a video over of me doing this as well. I'm going to send a video of me doing the script. Let me find it, so I'll get that sent over to you immediately. Bontavita. Good afternoon, Bontavita. Conditions to you getting the food processed. You're saying midweek or weekends. If they say, oh, all right. Let me send this to you, Solomon, and then you can send it to the team. What you come up with, please. Okay, there you go. This was a video that I sent to Bontavita over in Kenya. So I did this exact training with them. With Dr. Irene Solomon.
Yeah.
You know Dr. Irene?
Yeah, sure. I know her.
Yeah, so we did this training there. So I did a video training where I sent a video to them. So I'm sending it now to you. It should be coming through. That was probably it. No, it's still sending. So the video itself is me demonstrating the script so you can see how we deliver it. So the email will be coming across. If you can send that out to everybody. And then what I want you to do is do some training with, if you can put people together. In fact, no, tell you what I'm going to do. Right, let me set up a new group. Solomon. What's the name of your office again? Sorry, Solomon. Neo. Neo. I'm going to put Neo Conti just so it fits in. Neo Conti video training. There you go. Okay, so I've now created a group. Let me put you as a group admin. So I'll forward that video to there. Guys, what I want us to do between now and next week is I want us to work on this script. I want you to record yourself. Now, if you've got the script with you, that's fine. But what I want you to do is record yourself on a camera phone and send the video into the WhatsApp group. Send it into the WhatsApp group, and everybody who sends a video in, your name will go into my Salad Master Bowl, and next week we will pull out a name of a lucky person to win a prize. Is that okay, Solomon? Okay, I'm spending Solomon's money with the prizes now, but I'm sure he's going to be okay with it. But look, because if I dangle a carrot, hopefully you will do the training, because I know if you do this training, you will start to book more shows, more dinners. So what's your feedback? Any questions on the Dinners from Dinners script? Any questions on that? I know this is quite a lot of information in just 1 hour. Go on, Solomon, have you got a question?
Yes, let's have your questions.
This is something that we've just. Go on. Yes.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Okay, my question is about the time the customers are eating when they're having their dinner. Usually we used to think that it's best to allow them take their time to eat before we interrupt.
Yeah.
So is it okay we put it to them first to give us the referrals to do the booking for us before they start eating, or let's say immediately after they finish eating?
I would do it with the cake. Good question. I didn't mention it. I always take the cake and my diary. So I put, for example, the cake on top of my diary, and then I go in. When I take the cake, I go, here we go, guys, I've got the cake for you. Perfect. So never just put the cake down on the table. Use the cake as a tool to help you to book more shows, and then go, wonderful. In fact, how was the food? What did you like most about the food? Okay, why was that your favorite part? Okay, so when would be the best time to start cooking this way? Now, great. Well, look, this part of my presentation is my customer's favorite part. Reason being, you've loved the food, you've seen the cookware working, and some are considering investing. But most importantly, you're itching to know how to get the machine for free, and I know you want one I know you want one too. Now, there's two ways you can get it. The first way is to refer me. Okay, I'm not going to go through the script again for you, but all I've done, and this is why I say I'm not a genius. You've just got to get the script, take the time, learn it, read it 100 times, however many times you need to read it. But once you've read it 100 times, look at, I'll be truthful, this week, I've learned the first two lines of the Nigerian national anthem. God, no, not God, bless our homeland, Ghana, that's the other one. All rise, O compatriots, Nigeria call obey. By next week, we will learn the second two lines. Okay, you get my point. If we take the time to do something, we can do it. Just the same as learning the script, just the same as building value in this. The business is simple. It's not easy. That's one thing that I always get across to people. It's simple, but there's so many things that we need to learn. It isn't just about being able to close the sale. But there's so much more we've got to do leading up to closing for the sale. If we increase our skill level in all areas, I promise you, your business will flourish. This year, we will be master dealer in Neo Continental, because each and every one of you, we're going to promote. How many, was it 5 you said, or 7? How many distributors are you going to promote this year? 5 distributors. We're going to be promoting 20 people to senior consultant. That's the goal. That's the vision. Let's make sure it's you. Let's make sure if you want to be a senior consultant, let's get you to senior. If you want to be a distributor, let's do that. If you want to become a dealer, we'll help you to do that. Let's focus on 2 of you going out and opening your own office, if that's what you want to do. Solomon, I'm going to have to go. I'm late for my next training now, so I apologize for being late when I got here, but everything's been kicked back by 5 minutes now. Greg, lovely to see you too.
All right, thank you so much, Davis. We are so blessed and so much nuggets to go with today. Thank you so much. We are grateful.
You were there. Why didn't you come and say hello before?
Thank you so much.
I always like doing the surprise, you know.
Come on, next time, come on at the beginning. Come on at the beginning so I can say hello.
Okay, thank you so much. I enjoy your training. Thank you.
We've got the video channel now. Send your videos in. You're going to get the script, read the script 10, 15, 20 times, and then